What I'm going to be grading today is my fairy tale post demand, and this was an assessment that my students did using Google Docs, and they submitted it into Google Classroom. So the first thing I did was I created a blank Google Sheet, and I gave it a title. I titled it Fairy Tale Doctopus, and I've already did the add-on Doctopus. So all of my data from Google Classroom has already came over. The next thing I did was I created a rubric that I wanted to use with Goobric. Now, something different I did for this rubric compared to what I've experimented with before was I put numbers across the top so I could actually get a numerical score. So I made a really simple rubric just to test this out with. 0, 1, 2, or 3 were my scores. I went ahead and I graded all of my students' work. So I'll flip to a previous one that I did. As you can see, when I clicked on it, it gave it a numerical score up here in this little tab. And then after I hit submit, it automatically clicks to the next kiddo. Now I didn't grade this next kiddo yet because I wanted to show you something that I've learned. They start out up here with blank. You have to click to enter your score. So this first one was the title, and this kiddo was very close. So he didn't completely meet the expectations because there's not capital letters, but I don't want to give him almost understands skill because I think he understands how to write a title. So I can go up to the top after clicking, and I can change my score to say a 2.5. So he didn't lose a full point, but only a half a point. So that's something really cool that I thought would be neat to show you, and especially it would come in handy in the next step that I'll show you in Google Sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly grade this kiddo's work and hit submit. When you're done grading all of your kiddo's work, you're going to go back to your sheet where you have all of your data at, your Doctopus sheet, and hit refresh, and it should refresh automatically, honestly, but as you can see, all of the scores that I entered here, including that kiddo's 2.5, came up underneath the headings. So what I found was, I don't want to go through and manually grade all of these assignments. It's great that it does it for me, but now I want this section to do it for me too, the grades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to the first grade, and I'm going to go to this functions and sum. And then I'm going to enter the cells that I want it to grade for me. So I'm going to enter N3, comma, O3, comma, P3, comma, Q3, and then I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to automatically tally it up for me. Now, I don't want to go through and enter that same equation for all of these, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the one I already did, click this little square in the corner, and drag it down, and it's going to copy that function for me. How awesome is that? So now, not only do I have a rubric that grades all of my work in their documents, but now I can also tally that score for the grade book, and it's already in alphabetical order. It's ready to go.